Hello, hello. How are you? Massive solar flares going off. The sun looks so bright and sharp today. That's why I'm calling for my car. Maybe it changes the level of brightness that I have. But I'm here to talk. I woke up this morning in a lot of personal pain and frustration, and I started to look at what's going on, and I'm realizing that a lot of people I've called friends, a lot of people that wanted to get close to me or that I trusted or whatever, came in with an ulterior motive. They knew exactly what they wanted. They knew that they wanted to mess with me, and I'm seeing it all over the place. We're getting messed with as strong light workers at so many different levels right now. Friendships, people calling into question. I had a woman in my life said that she was following me and loved me and whatever, but she kept calling into question me standing in my power or getting angry or whatever and saying, "Hey, you're powerless, you're a victim," or whatever. No, I had to end that connection with that woman. And when I asked her why she said that, and I said I was in my power or whatever, she's like, just playing games. And it took her a week to get back to me and other things. I had a man that I thought was my best friend, and he would have calls with me, and I'd share my problems and this kind of stuff, and he'd say he'd guide me, and he was actually just sucking my power from me and taking everything that I had. And then when I blocked him and whatever, he started sending me these weird notes, and at the end it says, "You don't know who you've angered," or whatever. That don't sound like any light worker or whatever, but it very clearly showed me that these people were not in my highest good and my highest interest. So what things are in your field that are sucking your power and sucking your money and sucking your friendship and sucking your life away you're supporting? I call them all into the fucking light right now. I'm here to stand up for myself, but I welcome you to do the same thing for you. But there's a lot of dark fuckery especially on Facebook, social media, all this kind of stuff, where people are playing these like manipulative games, and they are part of the dark forces. And some of the lightest, and I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody's been really successful in running spiritual communities right now, more than likely they have some dark attachment in them. And I'm seeing it. I had people that were leaders of tantra communities that had huge wounds that attacked my light when I started to shine my light or started to get into my power, and tore me down. And they were just wounded people, and they'd project their wounds on through other people, and you could never really address the situation. I've had just so many crazy things happen in my life, like to the point that I wanted to die, and I woke up wanting to feel that way again. I went and bought some beautiful new deodorant that's 0% aluminum, and I was so looking forward to it, and I put it on before I went to bed, and it had some kind of poison smell in it. It smelled like Febreze. It had a chemical in it that took and stole all my calm, and it just filled my nose. So I was just like completely overwhelmed. And that happened again with some Epsom salts. And I'm not a victim to any of this. I'm just saying what I experienced. There's chemicals being put in stuff that's attractive to light workers, or has like 0% aluminum or whatever. It looked pretty safe, and it was from a brand that I trusted, and all this kind of stuff. And it basically distracted me and destroyed my calm and stole my power through all this stuff. So how is this happening in your world? What foods? What is going on in the social media? What events? We already know things like news and all this kind of stuff are all causing this stuff. It's crazy. So I'm holding the light up, and I'm holding all darkness accountable. And this spiritual belief that we're all just players in the game or whatever. Well, the players on the dark side are getting away with fucking murder and are not bound by rules. So, and just always remember that every spirit comes back no matter what. Karma handles it. It's not for us to turn the other cheek and let them. This is all spiritual fuckery. It's like letting them get away with murder and smiling at them so that they can keep getting away with murder. So now I am standing and holding accountable. Anything that is rendered upon me will be rendered back upon them times 10. And I'm okay to be in my anger, and that is my full and complete power. And if this scares you, I'm sorry, but it's an invitation for you to get into your anger. This world and all the fuckery must be burned down in some regard, and everybody that's carrying the light, etc., is going to be saved, and the plan's already in place. And the darkness, and they're coming through some of the most close to us people, and maybe they're seized by an entity or darkness from their lineage trauma or whatever, but that has to be burned away some way. And I'm just saying, I love you, and I'm just saying anything that is not in alignment with you and your highest love, burn it to hell and let it go, because it's trying to kill us, and it's not happy, and it's making our lives hell. So I love you. I want you to have this information. Take it or leave it, whatever feels good with you. It's not dark. We have to step into our dark to be fully in our power and our balance. That's what yin yang is. And I am saying no fucking more for the whole planet. And if you want to join in, say no fucking more. And this is complete, and we no longer have to play their games or play in their fuckery or be manipulated by the programming that they put in all of us. It's not in the light, and we deserve better. So I love you. Stand in these solar flares, let in all this stuff, feel your emotions, the anger, whatever is going on to its fullest, because it's the only way we're going to get through it. We've been suppressed for so long. We've been told that we can't be dark, or we can't be angry, we can't be frustrated, we can't be whatever. Well, fuck that. Sorry. I am frustrated, and this is going to create a change in this world that, at least in my world, you're welcome to create one in yours. But the solar flares are coming in. The whole light is starting to implode everything that's no longer of service. So I love you all. Just go look into your life and see the people that are doing that, and just end them and block them on Facebook. There's a lot of people that I would call double agents out there that are supposedly leading spiritual communities and all this kind of stuff, but they're getting sick right now. And if people are getting sick, I'm starting to realize that those people are probably not the people that should be leading me or whatever, because that sickness is eventually going to destroy them. If they're feeding both sides, feeding dark and light, it's not going to happen. So just keep in observance of all this kind of stuff, and you're going to be set free. So I love you all. I thank you for listening. Sorry this was direct and may sound harsh or whatever, but warriors and people that are leading the light are going to need to stand up and take reflections like this and build it for themselves. So yes, and I give it up to God and our councils, Nicole Gong. Like, we don't have to burn anybody down personally or whatever. We just keep sending it to the light, burning it down, and we're all going to be free. So thank you for listening, Nicole. It's been a tricky day already, and I'm sure it's going to be intense with all these flares. So we do not have to move through our stuff in suffering and struggle. It was meant to be done in pleasure and through sexuality and other things that I teach people about. But I'm doing all this breath work, and there's a lot of pain and suffering and struggle, and I'm doing it, but it's like fucking, you have to be so frigging strong every day to wake up to this stuff and to keep going through it or whatever. It's not meant to be this way. It's not meant to be this way. We are meant to go through it in ease and grace. There's no such thing as lessons or things that are painful or whatever. That's the dark. They want the pain so that they can live off it. And we're getting clear on that now. So I love you all. I got to go. I'm helping my son. He got a nail in his tire, more friggin' fuckery. But I love you all. Thank you for listening, Nicole. Have a good day. Bye-bye.